Hey, welcome back to Good Morning Vail. One of our favorite people to talk to here with me this morning, Dan Smith from Vail Mountain Rescue. Dan, it's so good to see you. I've had a little time off. I've missed you.
Well, it's good to be here, but at my age, it's good to be anywhere.
Oh my gosh, I don't believe that even for a second, because I know what you were up to, and you are always busy with Vail Mountain Rescue. You guys, you never rest.
There's never an off season for us. This time of year, we actually have to be ready to do snow winter missions because they're happening. We have to be able to do water missions. We have to be able to do ATV missions. We have to be able to do hiking missions, and we've either trained or done all three in the past 2 weeks.
Wow, in the past 2 weeks.
We've done one water mission, one snow hiking mission, and another hiking mission that sort of was very odd.
Okay.
We get the odd ones this time of year, but you have to be ready. Your team has to be ready. You just okay, that's what it is. Let's go do it. You can't pre-plan some of this stuff. This last week, 2 hiking missions. One was actually a bicycle mission. This young man tried to ride his dirt bike up on top of Red and White Mountain when there was probably still 2 feet of snow. That didn't work out well. He went over a little snow bridge and it collapsed, and he went into a pond. So he was soaking wet, and fortunately his cell phone still worked. Otherwise, he's alone. Nobody knows he's there.
Wow.
No car at the trailhead because he'd ridden his bike from his dwelling unit. So a bad idea to do something alone, something like that. We got a ping on his cell phone to find out where he was. He had actually called a buddy who called 911, which doesn't help us because we can't ping his phone.
Oh.
We know where the buddy is. He's talking to us,
Sure.
this guy. Finally got him to call 911, got his location, and told him to stay put, and he didn't listen to us. He moved. So he moved about 1.5 miles. Fortunately, it was in the right direction. And he called in again and said, I'm at the sign that says Buck Creek and Buck Creek Trail. I said, fine, put one hand on that sign, and you can go any place as long as your hand stays on that sign. And we got a team up to him, warmed him up, hydrated him a little bit. He had damaged both ankles, but not to the point he couldn't walk, and we walked him down. And then we ran into 1, if not 2 cougars.
What?
Yeah, they're cougars up on Buck. They're cougars in every drainage in the valley, and they're up Buck Creek just across the way here. There was one we saw and another one we heard, possibly a third one at the bottom, but I don't think it was real. And you have to know how to react. My team knows how to react, and so they made a lot of noise and didn't get aggressive towards the cougar, and the cougar moved off as soon as he figured out they weren't a deer. There's so many deer the cougar likes to eat.
Is anybody else?
And, one of the things we do if we run into a party who's armed, we want control of that firearm.
Right.
Because we know what we'll do when we see a cougar. We don't know what the subject will do.
Right.
And if he's got a weapon, we'd rather take custody of it. And that worked out fine.
Oh my gosh.
And then later in the week, we get a call from Summit County Search and Rescue. We've gotten a call from a father in New Mexico that his son had, in early May, come up here to hike an unknown 14er. But the father had found a list of all the 14ers the young man might be hiking. One was ours, Holy Cross. So we checked the trailhead, no car, we're done. That's not the way to do it. You tell someone specifically where you're going, when you're going to be back, and to call 911 if you don't make it. It's just not this general, oh, I'll be around. And that doesn't help us if you get in trouble.
Oh my gosh, Dan. Seriously, just the adventures that you have. You should write a book.
And I'm not going out the trail, and I have as much fun as anybody else.
Oh my gosh. All right, so here's what we've learned today. So if you do get lost up there, make sure you have a phone, bring a buddy. Don't move once you call. Make sure you stay in the same spot.
Stay put.
And also beware of cougars.
They're out. The bears are out, but bear will never bother you.
Oh my gosh,
A cougar will bother you, and you just all the rules of the game say just make a lot of noise, and he's probably going to go someplace else. They have very nice ears, and if you blow really shrill whistles, they don't like them very much.
Okay, I could talk to you forever. All right, Dan, it's so good to see you.
A pleasure.
I can't wait till next week and to find out what you guys have been up to. Thank goodness that you were here for us. All right, VailMountainRescue.org. Coming up next, Megan has a look at your weather.